Let's go. If you letting people tell you can't do things and you believe in that, hey, cut that out, man, for real. Cut this up, put it on repeat. What's going on, folks? Welcome to another exciting episode of Strong Arm Sports. It has been a while. It's been a minute, man, but that's a good thing. A lot of times when you guys don't see us, it's because we off doing other things, man, and a lot of business mean we're doing something right. In case you are new here, man, I go by the name of KSpadeTheProspect.
And I'm your boy LaParis57, and together we form Strong Arm Sports. Spade. This is where I want to be. You already know. Strong Arm Sports. Let's talk NFL free agency, bruh. A lot of things happen. But we gotta. I want to start with free agency, but we gotta go somewhere else first. So let's go somewhere else first. All right. We gotta talk Peyton Manning and his retirement. Peyton Manning decided to hang up the cleats. He did a whole announcement. Thanked a lot of people. Actually thanked the Colts and Tennessee Volunteers as well as the Broncos. Thanked a lot of people, man. Spade, how do you feel about Peyton Manning and his retirement?
Peyton, God, when a team takes a player number one overall, they hope to have a Peyton Manning. So many guys have been taken number one overall and they've been bust. Peyton Manning is what you hope to get at number one overall. He had a tremendous career. He's definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer. The dude owns several records, man. TDs, passing yards, passing attempts, passing completions. So many things, man. 5-time MVP, Super Bowl MVP, 14 Pro Bowls, 2-time Offensive Player of the Year. Yeah, man. He's had a tremendous career, man. So I think it was time. I hate to admit it, but that Super Bowl was tough for me to watch, bro. He tried his best to keep Carolina in that game, man. I don't know.
Peyton Manning, man, definitely a first ballot Hall of Fame. I agree with everything you said. But I just think, he knew, I think he felt that, it was time. What better way to go out than winning a big game, getting you another ring, solidifying your spot as one of the greats. I don't know if that Super Bowl would have not, hurt his legacy. We kind of talked about that on earlier shows, but what better way to go out than to get a second ring and end it like that, man? I don't know. I hate to bring it up, Spade, but I don't know if all this controversy surrounding Peyton Manning got anything to do with his decision to retire. Because if I'm not mistaken, he's a couple of yards short of like 70,000 or 72,000 passing yards, something like that.
72,000.
Yeah, he's a couple of yards shy. So if I was Peyton Manning, I'd have been like, I kind of want to get the 72,000. So I don't know if all this controversy surrounding Peyton Manning, if that got anything to do with his decision. Because I'm pretty sure if Peyton Manning would have said, I want to come back and the Broncos didn't want him. The way quarterbacks getting paid these days, I'm pretty sure somebody would have gave Peyton Manning a 1-year deal to help their team out. Everybody getting paid. If you're a quarterback in the league, everybody getting paid. Unless you Taj Boyd. Taj Boyd, that's what I meant. Taj Boyd. Unless you Taj Boyd. Taj Boyd can't find a team. Anyway, I want to say Peyton Manning, man, has been a great career, and what better way to hang it up? I'm interested to know what you guys think. Is Peyton Manning the greatest of all time or one of the greats of all time? Let me know in the comment section down below. Definitely top 5, Spade. Would you agree?
Oh, definitely. Okay. You want to go in there higher? You want to say top 3?
I don't know if I want to say top 3. Top 5, I'll give him top 5.
All right. Well, let me do this. We've been gone for so long, I feel the need to do this. If you are watching this show on YouTube, you're listening to it on SoundCloud, iTunes, or UPodOmatic, the one thing we absolutely love is your interaction. If you don't agree with us, let us know. Respectfully, I prefer. Don't come at me because you might catch me on a bad day and I might have to go back at you. But I want to know how you guys feel about this. Not just the Peyton Manning topic, all the way down. So with that being said, let me roll into the next topic, man. So with Peyton's retirement, quite naturally, everybody thought Brock Osweiler was set up to be the next man in charge and, lead this Denver team. He had some experience with the team. They saw him out there. He looked pretty good in flashes. He had some stank moments too, but he looked pretty good in flashes. I'm willing to even go further and say the Broncos still win the Super Bowl with Brock playing. I think they might even score another touchdown or two with Brock playing in that Super Bowl. But in a move that I didn't see coming, Brock bolted and went after the money. LaParis, did you see this coming, and how do you feel about it?
I didn't see this coming. I think the Broncos knew people wanted Brock Osweiler.
Really?
That's why they was talking about maybe putting a tender on him, or, you know what I mean? I think, if I'm not mistaken, they put the tender on Von Miller. I think that's what they did. But anyway, I think they seen that people wanted Brock Osweiler. Wow. But I did not see Brock getting the whole bank. Like, they broke bank on Brock Osweiler. And I mean, I don't know if Brock had a little issue over the weekend of, you know, him, I'm doing quote fingers here, allegedly shoving a female, and then the woman's husband shoved Brock, and Brock got his pizza and got the hell in the car. But I don't know if that kind of scared the Broncos away, that he would maybe get a suspension, so they didn't want to, you know, spend long money on him, because I don't know. But I did not see Brock getting broke off like that. I mean, the Texans, golly, what they gave him, $70 million and like $50 million guaranteed is. Oh my gosh, that's insane. And I mean, Brock only played how many games? 7 games. Let me tell you something that ironically happened today. Let me tell you who threw some shade at Brock.
Who?
Matt Flynn was on Twitter throwing shade, Spade. Who? Matt Flynn, shook his head. Yeah, Matt Flynn, bruh. Now, you know Matt Flynn played like 2 games for Green Bay and got broke off by Seattle. Then got out of there. Didn't even start in Seattle, never. Then got out of there and got broke off again. Whoever Matt Flynn agent is, kudos to you, bruh. You are a beast. You are a beast. But he kind of threw some shade at Osweiler and was like, man, I can't believe they broke bread and he only started 7 games. He only played 7 games. Isn't that the pot calling the kettle black? Well, Come on, Matt Flynn. Come on, Matt Flynn, because you only started like 2 games for Green Bay and got broke off. But I didn't see. I hope the Texans really believe. Well, clearly they believe in him. But I hope they're right, because all that money that they gave Brock, it better pay off. It better pay off.
You know, the thing that's shocking to me, quality quarterbacks, they're not something that you see every day. That's going to sound strange, because every team got a quarterback, and you got to believe at some point they consider them to be quality quarterbacks. I look at the Buffalo Bills situation.
Nick Foles? Case Keenum? Sam Bradford?
I ain't ready to endorse either one
these
of them
dudes
cats.
getting $15 million a year, Spade. They just broke Sam Bradford off like a 2-year deal for damn near $30 million.
That makes my point. I look at a team like Buffalo that up until the last minute, we didn't even know who was going to be the starting quarterback there, because they all looked pretty good. And it could be that system. The Texans last year was a bad team, but they showed promise. Clearly, the one thing that held them back last year was quarterback. Everybody knew they had a needed quarterback, and I just expected them to go after somebody with a little longer resume. Maybe even a Kaepernick, a RG3, something. Not Brock Osweiler. I didn't see it coming. I'm not mad at Brock. I mean, get that bread, Brock. But I ain't see this coming, bro. I didn't see it.
I mean, they also cut Arian Foster down there, so...
Well... Arian Foster wasn't it.
I think they picked up your boy Lamar Miller, matter of fact.
Oh, that's right. They did. They got Lamar. Lamar, I ain't even mad at you. I hate that the Dolphins never utilized Lamar Miller like they should have. He got out of Miami because they wasn't giving him the rock. They was letting Tannehill toss it like 50 times a game, and Lamar's a stud. That's going to be pretty good, but even when I wasn't even remembering that they picked up Lamar, they had to get Arian Foster up out of there. Arian wasn't it anyway. And then, you know, he done pissed off God. You can't really piss off God. You know, Arian Foster pissed off God and got struck down. You know, he got his Achilles zapped or whatever happened to him. It's a lot of moves. You talked about Lamar leaving the Dolphins. The Dolphins also cut Brent Grimes. Thank you, Miko. Miko, that's your work right there, Miko.
Oh, you did all that. She gotta hold that out.
You hold that out, Miko. You got your boy cut with your big ass mouth. And also, in a move that I kind of saw coming, I know I'm jumping around. Y'all bear with me. So me and LaParis is talking about sports because that's what we do all the time. LaParis is Spade. On paper, your Dolphins making moves. Y'all defensive line look great. Y'all just
you said on paper, right? On paper?
You said on paper.
They defensive line is stout.
And I said to you, I'm worried about that because if we got Olivier Vernon and Cameron Wake, they are both edge rushers. I don't know where you're going to put Mario because neither one of those guys would survive as an interior lineman. That's not what they do. Yeah. So you got 3 edge rushers. It ain't nothing but 2 edges. Something got to happen here. And lo and behold, man, they pulled the tag. They had put the transition tag on Olivier Vernon. Y'all know I like Vernon. He's a Cane. He's a Miami guy. They pulled the tag off Vernon. Vernon is out. Like I said, Grimes gets released. So Mario Williams, I like Mario. I don't feel like Mario is a Olivier Vernon. I don't. I'll go ahead and say it. Even in his prime, he may have been. But let's face it, Mario's not in his prime anymore. And I don't know, man. I'm scared of that because we never got.
Probably he had like three or four good seasons. I mean, Mario usually played well when it's like a contract season, and he didn't even give Buffalo that. I think Buffalo may have cut him. Like they cut him. I think. I don't even think they wanted him no more. Like
the last note that my brain has on Mario Williams is him wearing red contacts. If you're a football player and the last thing I can remember about you is what color contacts you was rocking, you ain't it. You ain't it. So we ain't even get our money's worth out of Ndamukong Suh. Mario, you're going to have to earn my trust, bro. I'm a little worried about you.
I just think, man, I don't know who the Dolphins defensive coordinator is down there, but if Rex Ryan can't get you rocking, like Rex Ryan is a defensive guru. Like if he can't get you rocking and he had everybody else on that defense rocking, I don't know, Mario. Like, I don't know, champ. Like, they signed you. I think you got to deliver, man. But like I said, on paper, if you look at the Dolphins defensive line, you like, yo, they got the potential to get like 30 sacks by themselves. Just the defensive line. 30 plus sacks by themselves. So we have to see, man, I'm excited because we have to see moving forward, like how the season play out. And this is why you play the games, of course. This is why you play the games. But you ready to move on?
Yeah, what else we got, bro?
So you talked about running backs. You talked about Lamar Miller. I got to talk about a running back. Let's talk about DeMarco Murray, Spade. So DeMarco Murray, of course, we know that me and DeMarco, I kind of had some words for DeMarco. Not necessarily mad because he left the Cowboys, saying if you want your money, that's what you got to put up with. You got paid. You chose to get paid. You got to put up with what you put up with in Philly. So in typical DeMarco fashion, DeMarco got the hell up out of Dodge, and he got traded to the Titans. I think Philly, like, you know what? We want to get rid of everybody that shit brought in here except for Sam Bradford, which is funny to me. They pretty much got rid of everybody else shit bought in except for Sam Bradford. They decided to give him a contract extension to re-sign him. But they got rid of DeMarco for a 4th round pick, Spade. And that's what DeMarco said, Spade, when he got traded to the Titans. DeMarco said,
you for saving me.
Not that. DeMarco said, I'm willing to do whatever the Titans want me to do, and DeMarco is going to restructure his contracts, babe. What do you think about DeMarco Murray first being traded to the Titans and then saying, yo, I'll restructure my deal? What do you think about that?
I mean, I think you're a little hard on him. Now, you're going to say
I am hard on him.
You're a Cowboys fan. You're a little salty. You're a little salty.
I'm not. I'm not, Spade. Because McFadden had a good year. I'm really not. I think we can plug anybody behind that offensive line in there. They're gonna be straight.
Yeah, okay. Tell you what I think you're a little salty. You mad at him, but I think he learned his lesson. He chased money, which we always encourage athletes to do. If you want to go get your money, go get your money.
I'm not mad at him about that.
He went and got his money.
About getting his money, like it, and then complaining about the situation, a la Melo. Like Melo be like, oh, I want my money, but I want to win. Well,
DeMarco complained some last year, but I think this gives him.
He complained a lot, Spade. Spade, he complained a lot.
He complained a little bit, bro.
He went to the owner, Spade. He complained a lot.
No, just because that owner's a snitch don't mean he complained a lot. We shouldn't have even known he went to the owner. He pulled the owner to the side and said, bro, look here, what are y'all doing with me? Y'all paying me all this money. I'm splitting carries 3 ways. Is this what y'all brought me here for? Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's not complaining. That's going to the owner to find out what the hell is going on. The owner got loose lips, and it's not complaining. See, you salty.
Spade, that's complaining, homie.
That's trying to get clarification. That's trying to get clarification. If I go to McDonald's, which I would never go to because I hate their food. Lord, if I go to McDonald's,
time out. Give me a T. Give me a 20-second
time out. One piece of meat on my Big Mac, and I go to the manager
I want a 20 seconds.
What is this? That's not complaining.
Oh my gosh.
That's not complaining.
Spade, let me get a 20-second timeout. Here go one of your analogies. You about to give me one of your first show back, and I got to deal with one of your analogies
every show.
Oh my God, y'all.
I'm gonna tell you what you can count on in this life: taxes and me giving analogies. All right. Somehow or another, I just gave you an analogy in my explanation of my analogy. Anyway, man, let me throw something else in there.
Analogy inception.
Gotta love it. Let me throw something else in there. You talking about DeMarco. Do you feel like DeMarco can flourish with the Titans?
If they use him right, the Titans. I mean, we it's a lot of teams, Spade, that's out there that's building something that can help their organization. Jacksonville is one of them. I definitely like what the Titans is doing. I think they need another wide receiver. Maybe they'll address that in the draft. But I mean, me and you talked about the Titans a while. Like, yo, you know what? Mariota needs a running back. Like, they drafted Sankey. They drafted Sankey a couple years back. He ain't it. They got a young kid named Andrews. I think DeMarco is a good fit if they use him right. If they get him running downhill, get a big offensive line, I think he could be a solid. I don't know if he's gonna be a Pro Bowl, NFL leading the league in a rusher type of running back for the Titans. But I mean, I definitely think he's better than what they got. And they got him for a 4th round pick. Like that's highway robbery.
And they're going to get a chance to restructure the contract so they don't get bent over like the Eagles.
Oh, my God. I mean, I think it's a win for the Titans. Kudos, man, Titans. Shout out to y'all. That's a win.
Definitely.
That's a win.
Since we talking running backs on the move, man, I want to talk about another one.
Okay.
Matt Forte. Now, I said on 2 or 3 shows ago, Matt Forte kind of sounded like he was hurt on social media that Chicago didn't keep him. I said here on the show, Chicago did you a favor, bruh. Shake their hand and get the hell out of there. So he has landed with the Jets.
Oh my God.
And I think he's in a better spot, man. How you feel about that?
Let me tell you. I mean, just like you said, we talked about Matt Forte a couple shows ago, and we named some destinations that we thought he would fit. Packers being one, Patriots being another. And I like Matt. Let me just start off by saying I like Matt Forte. I like his game. Matt Forte does everything well. He does everything that a running back needs to do well. He ain't about to kill you with the blazing speed out the backfield and all that. Right. He's a great patient running back. He can catch out the backfield. He know how to pick up the blitz. He does everything well. I don't like the fits, babe. To me, the Jets need a running back like a Chris Ivory who actually left. He left and went down to Jacksonville, who I said they building something down there. But I would have liked to see Matt Forte at Green Bay. Now, I know Eddie Lacy lost a ton of weight, so everybody excited about Eddie Lacy. They said he lost a ton of weight. But I would like to see him.
That was Photoshop. Eddie Lacy's still big as hell, bro. Don't let him fool you. I ain't gonna believe it until I see him on Sunday. That's what they saying.
They saying Eddie Lacy lost all his weight, man. But I would love to see him with New England. And that hurts me to say because I'm tired of New England as a team. I'm tired of them always being in the Super Bowl hunt. But I'd like to see him with New England. Now, before the show started, Spade, I told you some things that I want to say on camera. New England is one of those teams. They probably behind the scenes wanted Matt Forte, but they slick. See, they don't want to pay nobody. So they wanted Matt Forte. They wanted all these teams to just pass on Matt Forte, and they would have signed Matt Forte on the back end like they did a Corey Dillon or a LeGarrette Blount. Like that's what they do. Like, and their argument to Matt Forte would have been something like, well, nobody wants you, so you might as well come on here. Let's make this Super Bowl run, and they would have signed Matt Forte for the cheap. But Matt Forte said, you know what? The Jets giving up that bread. I'm not too sure if Green Bay actually made a tried to pursue him or the Patriots, but I know the Patriots don't like to pay people, and I would have liked to see him with the Packers or New England. But
okay, let me play devil's advocate.
Fit, Spade. I don't know, man. I don't know. We have to wait and see, man. I don't know.
I think it's a great fit.
Tell me why.
Well, for one, you take any young quarterback in the league, and like that easy button is a good tight end or a running back that can receive out of the backfield. Fitz looked good in spurts. Sometimes Fitzpatrick looked great last year. Mm-hmm. He got, I think, 2 great receivers. Now, you're going to say it's a stretch, but clearly we agree that Brandon Marshall is it, right?
Yeah, he it. And I think Eric Decker is it when he playing aside of number one. He was it when he was in Denver.
So I think he got two great receivers.
Oh,
you throw in
one great,
Forte.
one good, above average.
I'll give you that. You throw in Forte. I don't know. I feel like he fits. I don't think he's going to be an every down back for this team. He is getting older. Like you say, he was never fast to begin with. But his ability to catch out of the backfield, it makes that offense so tough to stop, man. So tough. With him coming out the backfield, you're going to create a lot of one-on-ones for Marshall. I think it's going to work out. I really do.
I mean, I hope so. I like Forte, man. I like Forte. I think the Bears kind of did him dirty. I like Forte. So, I mean, I would like for him to...
Well, freedom.
Yeah, man. Because playing with Jay Cutler,
right.
So, I mean, I like Forte, man. I hope it work out for him, man. I'm a Forte fan. So, I got to talk about your boy, Olivier Vernon. Olivier? Is that his name? Olivier Vernon. He signs a huge... First of all, one of the most active teams this offseason so far, and free agency just started, has been the New York Giants. Olivier Vernon signed a huge deal with the New York Giants. And they also signed Janoris Jenkins. They also signed Damian Harrison from the Jets. And they also re-signed Pierre-Paul for like a 1-year deal. So, I mean, they clearly see that defense was the problem, and they're trying to get that together. And word on the street is that they're going to draft on the defensive side of the ball as well. But Olivier Vernon, Spade, do you think he was worth all that money he got, man? Keep it real. I know that's your man. Keep it real. Spade, they broke bank, bro. They broke bank.
I don't understand why you put me on the spot like this. Olivier,
yeah, man.
You watching the show,
tough
bro.
questions, man. That's what SAS about, man. We strong on people on here.
Hey, if I'm making a deal, I can't sign off on that deal. But I think Vernon is it. I think he's it. And you talking about on paper how well the Dolphins line look. I think this Giants line looks official too. You put Big Harrison in there. You got Pierre.
What? Hey, the defense was definitely the Giants' problem last year, but it was really their secondary, man. People was just, it looked like a Madden gameplay, babe. They was just going verticals on the Giants. But they was running 999 seam like Willie Beeman out there. It was just like,
you know how you help a young, inexperienced
a great pass rush. I get you.
Hell yeah. So I like it, yo. I like it. I'm going to tell you something you said off camera that I thought about. I think we should probably talk about it here on the show. If you Tom Coughlin, how do you feel about this? Like, they wait till Tom get out the door, and then they like, you know what? I don't care what it costs. We're going to get the best deal. Tom Coughlin, like, what the... When we adopt this way, like, we ain't had a star up in here. I don't know. I ain't going to say they ain't had a star, but you get what I'm saying.
The crazy thing is, Tom Coughlin is... You know, he's a defensive guy. They got his whole damn staff, and now y'all want to build
now
the defense, which is what I do. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
Word on the street is, Spade, you know I live in Jersey, so word on the street is Tom Coughlin's still at the damn facility every day, working out. He up there jumping rope on the treadmill. Like, Tom acting like, I think Tom got to get the hell out the building. Tom, you ain't the coach no more. I mean, they welcome, you know, they letting him do it, but I think Tom got to, it's just, that's awkward, ain't it? Like, Tom got to go. Like, Tom, you ain't the coach no more. You got to go, bro.
Tom no turned down a coaching gig, too. It ain't like he ain't getting coaching gigs. Philadelphia hit him up, and he said, you know what? Nah, I ain't even trying to.
Yeah, because he seen Philly.
Right. He said, nah.
He said, what's going on over there in Philly?
But I don't want to work that bad. He told him no. He'd rather just go in there and skip rope in the Giants facility for free.
Yeah, man. Like,
that speaks volumes.
I don't want that job.
That speaks volumes. Yeah, man. It's a lot of free agency moves going. It's stuff still happening while we making this show. This is just our midweek show, so, you know, we're not going to hold you guys super long. We will come back Sunday evening with another show. Your boy has been traveling like crazy, man. So I'm here this week. I'm gone next week. Like I said, that's a good thing. The homie LaParis is kind of in my ear like, when we're going to make the show, we need to do a show. So we back. We getting it popping. But just be patient with us, man, because I'm trying to cook behind the scenes. It's some bright things in the future for this show. So I don't know if everything's going to come into fruition, but we working, dog. We working. Just know that.
Spade, I got two more things I want to say, and then we can get out of here.
One
is rumors that because the Broncos are left with no QB, they looking at RG3 They looking at Glennon. Remember Glennon?
Yep.
Looking at Glennon, and they interested in Kaepernick. What do you think about those guys with the Broncos?
I mean, this is what you got to do. This is my opinion. If I'm looking at a quarterback, I look at his total body of work. I look at his lowest of the lows. I look at his highs of the highs. And if you're going to do that, of those three quarterbacks, nobody's high was as high as Robert Griffin III. Look at this man's rookie season. I know a lot of you guys don't like RG3. Maybe he ain't the best people person. Maybe he ain't that friendly in your locker room. Forget all that. Look at that man's rookie season and tell me you won't want that guy under center for your team. I'm not even a Broncos fan, but if it's between those three guys, you better call Robert. And word on the streets is he ain't doing nothing. He probably waiting on your call.
And you know, I want RG3. I want RG3 to back up Romo, because if you think I definitely don't think Romo's going to. I mean, I hope he play a whole season, but with that collarbone issue, as soon as somebody falls on that thing bound to crack again, I would love to have RG3 backing up Romo. I don't know if RG3 want to be a backup, for another year or two. Maybe he got better options out there. Especially if the Broncos call with that defense, hell yeah, you know what I mean? If I'm RG3, I'm going there. You still got two stud wide receivers. You know what I mean? Vernon Davis is still there, if I'm not mistaken.
You got two stud wide receivers?
Well, me and you had a little debate about
I'm sorry you can name.
I'm kind of backing off Demaryius a little bit, but I like Demaryius and what's the other kid name? Number 10. Can't think of his name right now. Slipping my mind. Oh, Emmanuel Sanders. I like Emmanuel Sanders. Maybe not stud wide receivers. Okay. Yeah, maybe not stud wide receivers. And I also want to bring up Spade. Okay, decent. How about above average? Let's stick with above average. That's good. Another thing I wanted to bring up, Spade, Megatron, we kind of touched base on this a little bit. Megatron announced his retirement. It's official tissue now. He came out and said, yo, it's a wrap, man. How do you feel about Megatron? He a top 5 wide receiver in your opinion?
Oh, definitely. It's actually a debate as to whether or not Calvin should get in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, that's the argument.
Yeah, I think I'm not upset with him retiring. I hate it as a fan, but I definitely get it, man.
Detroit to do that to you.
Detroit to break the wheel, man. Losing or break the wheel. I
definitely think he's top 5 wide receiver all the time. It was crazy to me that people was actually saying no. I think he's a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? I think he's a Hall of Famer. But I'm interested to know, this is why we do these shows. We like to ask questions, let the fans touch base. Do you think Calvin Johnson is a top 5 wide receiver all the time? And do you think he's a Hall of Famer? Don't necessarily got to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, because wide receiver is a funny position.
You asked me if he was top 5 of all times?
All time.
I don't know if I can give you that. I can't give you that.
Top 5 all time? You don't think he's top 5 all time?
I'm going to have to crunch my numbers, bro. Offhand, I don't know that I can give you top 5 all time.
Okay. But you think he's a Hall of Famer?
I think he's a Hall of Famer. The big question is going to be how short his career was, but you got people like Earl Campbell. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I think he's Hall of Fame talent. I think if he continued to play, maybe he's top 5 all times. But, man, there's some guys out there that did it and did it for a while, man. And I don't know.
Yeah.
You think he's top 5 all time?
One more thing I want to talk about, Spade. Like, y'all, you guys see I'm excited to bring back the show because I'm just so talkative.
Yeah, but hold up.
But I got one more thing that I want to bring back. That I want to bring
lights
up.
Are on.
This big.
Hold up. I'm putting you on the spot. Right now, you say Calvin top 5 all time?
I'm trying to run through some in my head. I'm trying
all
to run
time, a long time, bruh.
I would have to think about it. But I want to say yeah. But I might have to think about it.
Yeah, you might better crunch some numbers, bruh.
Yeah, I might have to think about it.
Anyway, go ahead.
Something else I want to ask the people, man.
Okay.
It's about NBA coaches. So, Spade, I really don't want you to answer this. I really want to see what because I don't want your opinion or my opinion to skew.
Okay.
Skew the fans. But I just want to get their thoughts on this. So I wrote something on Twitter the other day. Y'all know I got the NBA League Pass. I watch a lot of the NBA games, man. I'm a fan dude, DraftKings type of guy, man. I play all the little fantasy crap. And it got me to thinking, man. I'm looking at the games. And I want to know, what do NBA coaches do? That's a serious question. Now, I know what they're supposed to do. But I'm looking at guys. Let me read to you guys, and I got my phone in my hand. That's my phone. I want to read to you guys what I wrote on Twitter. It's going to be quick. I wrote, what do NBA coaches do? Serious question. I said, I look at coaches like Scott Skiles, Fred Hoiberg, Lou from the Cavs, and I'd be like, what are they doing? Like, are they calling plays? Like, that's a serious question. Because these guys always sitting down. They never excited. Like, I really want to know. So then I wrote, I know coaches like the Mavs coach, like Carlisle, he like to run plays, and I see him calling plays, and I see people looking at, like I see his players over there looking at him for the play call. I said, even a coach like Popovich, I know I see him coaching these guys up, and I don't even think these guys need it. Like these Tim Duncan and Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili, even Kawhi Leonard, these guys don't really need pop in their ear because they NBA champions. They know what is needed to be successful in the league. But I was like, dudes like Hoiberg, Scott Skiles, Billy Donovan, and I brought up Billy Donovan. I was actually watching the Thunder game when I wrote this. Like, Billy Donovan team has been losing the lead, in the fourth quarter for like the last 3 consecutive games, Spade. And it got me to thinking, that got to be coaching, right? I want you to answer that, though, Spade. That's coaching, right? If they in the fourth quarter and they got a big lead and then they lose the lead in the fourth quarter, don't you chalk that up to being coaching?
It's tough. If no adjustments are made, because the coach can see them losing the lead, he can make an adjustment, but it's still up to the players to execute. I mean,
but what if? But the point is, he has to make an adjustment. What if no adjustments are being made?
Oh yeah, well that falls solely on the shoulders of the coach in that situation.
So I said, but dudes like Hoiberg, Scott Skiles, Donovan, even Fisher when he was with the Knicks, I said I can name a whole bunch more. But a lot of the games I watch, I don't see much. I said behind the scenes, maybe they coaching these guys up. But when I watch during the game, I don't see them doing anything. I mean, for what they get paid, from what I see them doing, I think me and you could go out there and do what they do, Spade. Because they look at the Thunder offense. The Thunder offense is just like, give KD the ball, give Westbrook the ball, and get out the way. Look at the Rockets offense. It's give James the ball and get the hell out the way, man. I really want to know, what are these coaches supposed to do? What are coaches supposed to do? And I want you guys to answer that question. I know you guys gonna kill me in the comment section down below and be like, coaches are supposed to blah, blah, blah. Those guys are good coaching. It's the team. It's what they have around them. And Spade, I kind of said to you off camera, you look at guys that's on the Thunder bench like an Anthony Morrow. They got a Kyle Singler who plays a little bit, but Anthony Morrow supposed to be a sniper, and they was getting cooked. They was giving up leads and couldn't score for 4 or 5 minute stretches. And I'm looking like, put Morrow in. Maybe he could bang a shot or two. And what did you tell me, Spade?
He ain't it. Like, every game I've seen him in the game, I'm amazed at how bad he is. He's a specialty player. All he's supposed to do is knock down the open shot, and he can't do that. So he's useless.
So do you think the coach is over there thinking, Morrow ain't it, let me not put him in the game?
Bro, I've been trying my best to be quiet, but I want to talk on this, so I won't go in depth. I guess I'll save my opinion for the next show if we get a chance to revisit this. But what we as the fan don't see, man, it's a lot of practice stuff that we don't see when coaches' trust is won and lost. And I don't know what Anthony Morrow has shown this guy, bro, but I'm telling you, I was really, I think I even tweeted about it. I was watching the game like, damn, what happened to Anthony Morrow? Why is he so bad? Why can't he make these shots? I didn't know what was going on with him, man. It's not fair to assume he's going to play that way every day. But if he looked that bad to me in that day, if I'm the coach and he looked that bad to me every day in practice, I'm not putting him out there either. I'd rather KD take a long contested 3 than Morrow take a wide open one right at the damn line.
Yeah, but when they double teaming KD and they got Westbrook playing, once Westbrook start playing erratic, it's a scary Westbrook. So I don't have an answer. I'm interested to know what you guys. Am I being too hard on the NBA coaches, or do I need to calm down? Let me know in the comment section down below. But I really want to get you guys' thoughts on NBA coaches. What are they supposed to do? Like, do you guys feel the same way? Let me know in the comment section down below. I could just be hard on the coaches because I I lost FanDuel. I lost FanDuel and DraftKings that night. I couldn't be on it because of that reason. I don't know, man. I really want to get you guys' thoughts. But you got anything else, Fade?
Nah, nothing else, man. Nothing else. I'm glad to be back, bro. What about you? You happy to be back?
Yeah. Oh yeah, man, it felt good. That's why I was so talkative today, man. I want to get the fans back, get their juices flowing. That's why I want to ask questions. I want to get you guys involved. You guys already know if you don't want to see our mugshot, man, we got audio podcasts everywhere on iTunes. We on ऊPodOmatic, we on SoundCloud, we everywhere, man. Definitely, if you new here, bang the subscribe button. We appreciate that. If you're a regular here, hit the like button and take 2 seconds, man. Show your support. Like he said, big things are on the way. You know what I mean? Don't want to count the chickens for the hatch, but big things are in the works, man. We want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next episode. Peace.